So many of you named your squad this morning for games against the USA and Mexico next month. What are you hoping to see from your team in these games?
Same as our previous 3 tours. I'm really excited by the opposition. I think they're obviously going to be two different teams, but from our team, it's just like I want us to make sure we can get over there, get into the work quickly, go and perform on the pitch, and just execute our way to a high level.
How difficult was it to nail down the 24 players that you selected for this window?
Yeah, this was a difficult one. I'd say the desire from our widest squad to be involved in this tour was really high. I think we've just had to look at the types of games, where we're going to be playing, the quick turnaround, and sort of work through our processes to identify what I think is a very strong squad to go up and compete in those conditions against these teams. I'm looking forward to seeing the group. I think it's a really strong group that can go and perform really well up in Mexico and USA.
And obviously it's 3 games in the window rather than the normal 2. How much does that factor into your thinking?
Yeah, a lot. Obviously the quick turnarounds was key. I think the ability for this team to with the short turnarounds between games to be able to perform in training and the games was a real big factor in our decision making. I think within our widest squad, what I really wanted to make sure that I saw over the last 2 windows is to get to view as many players as possible. So a lot of the conversations were based around who are the players that we feel are ready to come into this window, can perform in these games. So that was a big driving factor, is the environments we'll be in, and also the amount of games and the quick turnarounds.
And does that factor into your thinking around just selecting 2 goalkeepers for this window to have another look at another outfield player?
Yeah, I guess a little bit different in terms of how we approach this. Obviously with limited time on the training pitch, and obviously the type of games and where we're going to be, I think we felt like there's an opportunity for us to carry 2 keepers. Obviously we will have a backup plan if needed, but being able to take an extra player, an outfield player for 3 games against this opposition was part of that conversation, where I landed in terms of what I wanted to see and the types of players that I thought could really bring something to this tour.
And obviously 2 quite different oppositions, Mexico firstly, and then obviously the Olympic champions, second in the world, the USA. How do you prepare a team to face two pretty different styles of opponent?
Very, very different styles. But we'll go through, or we've gone through our processes to understand what they potentially could bring in those games. What I'd say is both teams enjoy scoring goals and they don't concede a lot, so we're going to have to be at our best and really prepare quite well. So I think clarity of what we do, and obviously you can see in the squad the consistency of the large portion of that group that have been around the first 3 tours is again another key piece of the selection on this one. And then I think there's just really good opportunities for the players that haven't been on tour this year to come in, weave into the work, and obviously take the opportunity when it comes over in these 2 games.
So obviously on that, you've kind of introduced a new playing model this year. Are these games just an opportunity to test it at a kind of higher level, I suppose?
Yeah, there's definitely an element of that where going into the end of the year, I wanted to see what we've built in the first 3 tours. We've obviously looked at a range of players in those first 3 tours. I'm excited to bring in some experience, that they've been around the Ferns for a long time, back into the squad. But I did want to see us compete and use our way against these opposition to see where we're at going into qualifiers at the start of next year. So yeah.
Awesome. Cheers, Manny.
Thank you.